I'm Jennifer Johnson, and I raise sheep for their wool.
Welcome to Whispering Pines Shetland Sheep Farm in western New York State, home to our lovely flock of soft Shetland sheep. We breed and raise our sheep to produce soft, crimpy wool for hand spinners to enjoy. Thank you for liking this video and for subscribing to our channel.
Well, today's a milestone for the lambs. I'm going to be putting the rams on a paddock that's separate from their mothers. I've been noticing that the mothers are kind of getting on the thin side because we took them off pasture and have been giving them hay for the last couple weeks just to give the pastures a chance to come back because they've run through the whole rotation. So right now they're on the front paddock and just getting hay, and it seems like it's taken a toll. So I've been giving the mothers a little bit of grain, but it's absolutely time for the little boys to get moved over. So I'm going to put them in this center paddock we have, and we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a noisy, noisy morning. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate out the ram lambs. It's morning. I haven't fed anybody yet. Separate them out. Let the ewes go out to get their hay. And then I'm going to create a lane for the ram lambs to go onto this new pasture. And I have to make sure I've closed all the gates to that pasture too. Little detail. So that's going on right now.
Hi there. While I was editing this, I decided I was going to do a little bit of video commentary. What I'm doing here is I'm closing the gates on the east and the west wing of the barn so that the sheep are all concentrated in the center of the barn. And this just makes it easier for me when I need to grab up a small group of sheep. And I really didn't want to use the handling system for this particular project. It was overkill. Just having to grab 8 ram lambs and isolate them really didn't merit breaking out the breaking out the big guns. So that's what I'm doing here.
I can tell who the rams are because they don't have coats. And I had a few ewes in here, adult ewes, that didn't have coats. But those were ewes that were moving on to other farms. And I moved the last 2 that were moving so far yesterday. So anything that doesn't have a coat in this section of the barn right now is a ram. Isn't it funny how quiet they're being right now? Why so quiet? All right, so let's get the rams. Let's get the rams out of here.
So the first ram I grabbed there is Tatiana's spotted ram. And I'm going to put them all over on this, what is that, the west side of the barn. And those new gate latches are just amazing. They make this job so much easier. I love this part where you can see them like flowing around the center of the barn. That's Lucia's white ram, I think. I like to grab them by the back leg to catch them. It just seems to immobilize them a little bit better. And then what I do is I put them in between my knees and kind of apply a little bit of pressure and then point the head in the direction I want them to go. And then when I release, they just go. So it's sort of a process I've developed. So that fawn ram, I think, is Ty's that's in the pen there with Lucia's ram. And then here's one of Rosine's ram lambs. Again, like I said, put a little pressure with the knee, open the gate, point the head, and off they go. And there's Rosine's other gray catmugget ram. You can see the catmugget pattern when I hold them up like that, the dark on the bottom and light on top. There's a little trotter. So this would be Tovia's fawn cat market ram. His markings are a little bit more well defined. And then you can see him kind of sparring a little bit. That's really normal. There's 8 ram lambs together total. There's Belva's white ram there. That was Sebastian.
Girls, get away from the camera. Nope.
Okay, so that's Belva's. He's really nice. And I'm just holding him by the jaw. I'm not like cutting off their throat or anything like that. Actually, I only have one more, but whatever. So this is very normal. It's hard to watch. Imagine if they were 75-pound adults. Just I'll continue to work this until they figure out the hierarchy. It's got those little tiny buttons. I think I'm trying to get Trotter in there. We call him Trotter because when he was little, he used to trot. When he would run, it was so cute. But he's a black, no pattern, spotted ram. And there we go. There they are. There's trouble over here. Okay, so the rams have all been isolated, and now I'm going to put hay down and get these ladies some breakfast. Another thing I gotta make sure to monitor once these boys are off is for those ewes that only had rams, like Paulina, Belva, Ty. I'm just gonna check their udders. The lambs, they're not nursing that much, but I just want to be safe, so I'm gonna check that, make a note of that. Alright, you guys have to poop in the minerals. It's not any good when you poop in them. There. Well, that's good. Hi. So one of the things I considered about doing this today was the weather. Which really always determines what I'm going to do each day. But it's like high 70s today, overcast. So on the cooler side for a summer day in August here in Western New York. And this is a stressful day for those boys. So it's good to do it on a day that's a little cooler. I feel bad for that little gray guy. I want to get them out of there as soon as I can so he can run away, because it seems like he's their target boys. Actually, I think I'm going to open up this whole space so that they can work out their stuff while I'm setting up the lane. It's actually stressing me out a little bit too. So right now I'm closing the barn door so that I can give them extra space so that those that want to run away have the space to run away. So now the barn is all fully closed off. Just do one quick double check on this gate because sometimes it stays open. They're just really stressed out. So they're not used to being in such a small group, right? So they miss being part of the flock. And also, of course, you know, they miss their mothers. And they don't get it. Like, why aren't we going out on the pasture with everybody else? So it's just incredibly stressful for these guys. They just look so bewildered. There's Belva's ram there on the right. Alright, so now I'm going to go close the gates. I don't know if you saw one of my last videos where I moved the rams. I can't remember what the circumstance was, but anyways, I forgot to close one of the key gates and they all got out. This would be absolute chaos if these lambs got out. Oh my gosh. So my 3 adult rams are nicely situated in their brown shed over there. So they're doing good. And I still have my convalescent ewes, moving them. They're way out back there. That's about as far as I want to go with them. I heard coyotes last night and it got me nervous with them being so far away from the house. So I'm going to start working them back. So this gate's the one I got to close up, I think. Taking this chain because you never know, you need it. Then I gotta block off the ewes. There's a lot of logistics, figuring out stuff. Meanwhile, making sure the camera's on. Block off the ewes is next. And a lot of times if I do that, I'm conscious that it's hot, they're gonna want water, but this isn't gonna take very long, so I'm going to come around this back way. I just pulled all these weeds out and they're back with a vengeance. There's this one weed, I just love the way it smells. I think it might be, oh my goodness, like wild arugula or something. It's got this really nutty smell. My plant people out there can tell me what that is. Or I could do the Google app, but I won't. Okay. So here is where they're going to be. So I'm going to open up that gate, open up this gate, and send them through. I just got to get that set up. There's a lot of weeds here. A lot of thistles in there. Crap. Yeah. So that takes care of that piece. Banging up against thistles. Okay, so I got the lean form, but I'm gonna have to put something here. They'll get through there. I gotta go check. Let's check. There's 2 shelter access points over here. And I just want to make sure one of them is available and closed. So we can get through here. This is locked. Good. Oh my God, look at how tall those weeds are. That's locked. I'll have to put a water over here. And that'll be their shelter. And chances are I'm going to have to pull these, not you, they'll eat you. These things, they don't eat that, so I'm going to have to get in there and pull that out someday. And also dig up these thistles. Really the priority is getting those ram lambs off the moms. And then just have the ewe lambs. And I don't think I have any mothers that have twin ewes that survived.
So it's mostly the mothers that have twins that look thinner to me. Okay, so I'm just gonna they're all eating fine. I don't seem to care that the lambs are missing. I could just, I mean, it's temporary. I could opt not to lock that. Boy, I've learned though, take the extra step because that gate falls down, the rams get in there, and all my work has been for nothing. So the extra precautions are worth it for sure. And I need 2 more panels, one to fill this little gap here, and I have a foot gap over on the other side, so I'm gonna go and get those panels now. The sun's coming out. Maybe I might jump in the pool after this. Yeah, for this little space right here. This is the new barn addition. There I can use. Okay, so I'm just going to grab those up and put those where those gaps are. Alright, so I'm just going to fill the last gap of the lane here. I always like to fasten to something solid. I can fasten to like a panel in the fence itself, but it's better to fasten stuff to posts, especially with rams. It probably seems like overkill for those little guys, but it's better to be over prepared than under, right, sweetie? What are you guys looking for? There's Minnie here. Hi, lovey. Alice Paul is her mother. Hi, sweet sweetie. And there's Susan. I made that video about her neck wool, making it into yarn. Little Aida. Another one of my morning greeters. And I think that is Paulina. She's probably gonna, Paulina. She's probably gonna feel the loss of her little ram more than the rest of them that have rams. None of these are mothers, so. All right, I'm just gonna walk the path just to make double check to make sure there's nothing they can get hurt on, get out. All right, so they're gonna come out this door. And they're going to nicely, probably gonna mill around in here like idiots for a bit. And then they're going to walk down this lane. And what I might do, I might grab that panel and block this and just push them because they're probably going to do a lot of backtracking. I predict. Then they're going to get distracted with all this grass. They're going to hate the thistles, but I'm going to shove them through. They're probably going to, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to predict they're going to explore the perimeter. There's going to be some fighting. They're hungry, so that might distract them. All right, so this is all good. I don't have any big horns that they're going to get caught in this. I think they're going to be okay. Let's watch that. I got that gate locked. My adult rams, they're not sharing a pen with the adult rams. But this is going to amp up the boys, I'll betcha. That's where they're going to live. A little bit gross, but they don't care. A lot of them, they might even sleep outside. Like I said, I got to get them a bucket of water. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a panel. I'm standing on a panel that has been covered by grass, so that's just great. I got to get that out of there. Good thing I did the check. Yeah, they could have got their little feet caught in those grates, and but this is gonna suck because this is really in there. Ah! Oof. Okay. Oh, this is just bad practice. Shame on me. Ugh. Curse your past self. Oh my God, it goes way out there. This is a big gate. Oh my God. Oi, oi, oi! All right, this gate has got to get set flush against this side of the pen and fastened. You can't just lean stuff up against walls and not fasten it, because the rams will get up on it. It'll crash down and kill somebody. So you can't. I've gone to many farms and I've heard stories where they left like a barn door leaning, and you've got to just anticipate that they're going to figure out a way to kill themselves, and then you got to get rid of that hazard. And they're also probably going to eat off of the fence and be up on it. Should have done this in the spring. This is a big shame on me thing. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just lean it up here and then fasten it. That's what I'm gonna do. Of course, I grabbed that chain in case I needed another fastener, and I think I left it somewhere over in the barn. That's temporary. That's temporary. I gotta go get more. Actually, there's a tie right here. I don't like this now that I'm looking at it. I don't like that gap. A ram getting in there, another ram coming and killing him. This gap right here. So I'm gonna have to move the gate. I'm just kind of exhausted right now. I gotta do it though. Doesn't matter. Ugh. Yeah, so that's better. Yep. Okay. Kind of feel like I want to get in the pool. All right, so I'm going to get some more ties. I can follow the boys out, which I'm going to do anyway. So I'm going to grab some ties in the barn, and then I'll tie that so that it doesn't, you see what I was talking about?
If I leave it just like that without tying it, a boy will play with that and somebody else is sitting there and they'll get caught. If it doesn't kill them right away, they're going to get killed because they're under there. And I'm not out here 24/7 checking on stuff. So there's a chain I can use. Are you done with your hay already? Chia? Still the same. Where's your little man? Little Tatiana. That's Paulina, the black one, looking for her guy. So there's instincts. Uchia, looking for her man. Alright. Good moms. You guys ready? Yeah. I thought so. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Oh, you got the blood on you. Okay, so you were the one he was after. So what I'm trying to do here is the rams have already gone by. The mother have seen it. I underestimated the mother's passion to get at their rams. So I was kind of like fighting with this enormous gate against some of the mothers that were trying to get over on the other side. Really underestimated their need to stay with their lamb. And I needed to put the gate there because I wanted a better barrier than that creep gate that I have setting there. It's really painful to watch this. In hindsight, a lot of stuff I'd have probably done very differently. Like wait for Rich to get out of his meeting so he could help me, but I was impatient. Okay. So not sure if the camera caught it, but Aida, one of my ewes, got in there with the boys. So I'm going to have to get her out of there. Why did I use a panel that's got the creep holes in it? Sick of myself. Alright, let's get over there. It's fine. Guys. There she is. Good? You little brat. Alright, well the boys seem to be doing fine. So I'm going to close off this gate. I got there's 5 rams here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing Baldy, the bloody ram. Where are you? Where did you escape off to? He's probably already caught between that gate and the wall. Where the heck are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello? There's Aida. What's going on, Missy? What's the matter? One of these things is not like the other? I don't see him. There he is. Oh no, that's Belinda. I do not see him. I gotta find that stupid ram. It's probably out in the yard somewhere. Oh, there he is. Belva's ram got out. Alright, so where's Bloody Head? Must have got out too. Alright, well that was an epic failure. At least I got the gates and stuff. Where is he? Here's the one that got away. If he comes to me, I'm going to drop this camera and grab him. Hey, little fella. Oh my God, it's sweating hot. Hi, baby. Maybe he'll go in the barn. So there's Tatiana with this enormous coat. I don't know what we're doing there in her land, but Belva's ram is there, the one without the coat on. I don't know what I was thinking, why I thought I'd be able to catch him outside. I was just so close, but he got by me. All right, I got 2 escapees. This did not go well at all. I have 3 escapees. I'd forgotten about this spot. There's 3 that got over. All right, well, this isn't really urgent. I can grab them later on. Like I said, at least I got everything set up. I'm going to trip over my cane. All right, well, I'm going to say that's a job done, and not well. So I did manage to get Aida back in. Stinker. And I got in the pool. So I still have 2 rams at large with the ewes, but I can always get them tonight and just move them. It's nice to do it all at once because then there's no introduction. There'll be a ram reintroduction kerfuffle when I get those 2 and put them in. But, right, B? There's Belinda. Her beauty. There's still a lot of moms. Not a lot. There's a couple. Paulina and Lucia. They're still giving me grief. Aren't they? They don't like it. This is Mabel's other daughter. So I got 2 daughters of Mabel, and then there's Mabel there. So I love how the moms and daughters hang out together. This is my Fanny. She's one of my senior girls. Oh. You know I said they don't nurse. That's why your mom's so thin. There's Lucia. Big mouth. All right, so it's later that day. It's about 4 o'clock now. Managed to get the sheep all in the barn. Not as hard when they're on this front pasture and it's pretty depleted, so they are relying on me for hay. But I still have 2 ram lambs that somehow escaped. I'm looking forward to going back and looking at the footage to see what exactly happened. So I'm going to grab them right now and I'm going to put them in the pen so we can get everybody, all the boys together and get their systems worked through. All right, so let's find the 2 boys. One of them is out of Rosine, and he's right there. And here we got Belva's ram, who I'm looking at him. This is out of Sebastian. I think he looks really good. I think we might have a winner right there. Oh, I gotcha. I got you. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You're fine. I gotcha. Excuse me. Settle down. Here. Hey, hey, hey. Settle down. Oh, look. All right. Alright, so that's it. All the boys have been separated. So it's just the girls. So I'm going to open up all the gates and all the doors, and we will be working like this for a while until they go back on pasture and off hay. Okay, so let's get you guys opened up here. It's hot. So I figured I'd take advantage of using the drone to show you how I moved those 2 rams so that the 3-panel Seidel pen was where I put them after I grabbed them off the floor of the barn. And I just decided to carry them because it's just as easy. I thought I had set the drone up to follow me on this first ram lamb, but it didn't work, the settings. So something I need to practice. So I got him deposited in the new pen. Here's where I noticed that the drone's not following me. And Belva's ram, it's pretty amazing. If you remember, he was the last of the lambs born of all of them, and he was like 2 weeks after everybody else. And he's the biggest ram. Now he's out of Sebastian, who's a good sized ram, not as many generations at our farm. So his mother we bought. Is that right? No, his mother's grandmother we purchased. So he's second generation of stock that we bought versus some of the other ewes that are like 6th or 7th generation of Whispering Pines. So there's still stuff that line could throw that we haven't seen before. And this boy's size, I'm hoping that he doesn't become an enormous ram. I'm hoping that he just had a really good growth spurt. His mother, Belva, is really solid, very stocky. Here he comes. Just not having it. He'd probably be a good ram for me to halter train because we are planning on using him in our breeding program. So I'd probably say, I don't know, I'm terrible with weights. He's probably about 50 pounds, which is the equivalent of carrying a bag of sheep mineral or feed. I need to get some sort of a cart with high walls that I can use to move sheep because this is subpar. It's got nice back legs though. So I'm doing this commentary in September. And this footage that I took was from early August. They're already off of this center pasture, and we moved them onto the one there with a little pink roofed playhouse. And I have homes for all of them. A couple of them, there's a breeder that's expressing interest. And then I have a fiber farmer that's looking for weather, so she's going to weather the remaining. So that's nice that we're not going to see them getting sent to the auction, which is always nice. Hey, that last white one, boy, that's out of Belva and Sebastian. He's a good sized boy. And his fleece isn't as silky as the gray one, but time will tell. It doesn't have to be super, super, super fine, because more it's about meeting our standards and then increasing the yields, density, length, and body length. And he's got the body length, for sure. I wonder when they're going to figure out that that's their shelter. So a few of them have been in here all day and they've had enough to eat, and then there's a couple that are just in. They seem to be doing okay. Alright, so that's one big summer milestone finished. Feels good to get it done. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you can come back soon.